Hey folks, Rob here. We are up at the block. As you can see behind me, we've had a fair bit of rain. But something I'm very excited to show you, if you have been with me for a while, is this dam that we repaired. It is finally full and by-washing, so that will be awesome. We'll have a look. So you can see all the green grass we're walking through. You go back and see my original videos. This was all just dirt. So you can see that dam there as we get closer. It's more and more exciting. Nothing like water to get me excited. How good is that? And that's probably 20 foot deep at the deepest part. So there's the wall across there that we repaired. And we'll go this way. You can sort of see how far it's back in water up there. So that is awesome. We'll go and have a look at the other dam I built and see how it is fared. Dog's loving it, but that is sort of 12 months water in there. So we planted silk sorghum on here to help stabilise the bank, and it's also our top paddock. I wanted all to go to seed and start sort of seeding from our very top paddock. Walking over the dam wall now. I thought for a moment we might have had water come over the top, but it's just a little... Yeah, look at that. Look how close that water is there. I don't know if you can really gauge how close that comes, but it's probably only 400 from coming over. But that's fine, the spillway's done what it needed to do. Look at that, all that water. That is amazing. So excited to finally get some water up the top here so we can shut cattle out of front paddocks, manage our land a little bit better. So we'll see where our bio-wash went. We just eyed it in, so that's, oh, it's actually running around there. Sid's very excited. Just got to keep turning and looking back over the water. So good. I know you people at home, if you don't have livestock and haven't had much to do with land, just how exciting water is. We've had this block for nearly 3 years, and this is the first time we've had rain that has filled up dams and run any amount of water. Must have had the laser eye on, because that's all still quietly running. We're still in the bio-wash area here. And the silk sorghum that we've planted has come up enough to stop it totally eroding away. Just there it's trickling over. No, not just pooled there. Oh. As a friend of mine once said, the sun shines on a dog's ass. Some days you're lucky. That you couldn't wish for a better bio-wash than that. That is so slowly and quietly running down there. There's the partner in crime. So I'll just walk along this very rough track that I pushed in with the dozer. Where are you, Lucy? Here's Sydney. So even this here, you can see water just there. I didn't intentionally fill the gully, but just that much holding back water. It'll quietly seep in and keep something green for a little bit longer. Put a bit more moisture in the ground. There's two dogs, Sookie and Sid. Lucy! There's Lucy. They're very excited as well. Probably feeding off my excitement of all the green grass and the dam being full of water. Here's somewhere where I possibly could have taken a bit more time and filled in a bit. I wasn't really spending the time creating leaky piers. I don't know if you can see how clear that water is. It is amazingly clear up here in the mountains. Very clear until a dog walks through it. Thanks, Sid.
Well done, Sid. Well done.
So we'll just go up here until we hit the road proper. We'll have to turn around and go back and get the car. We'll go and check out our other dam. See if I had the laser eye aligned properly for that one. The videos don't do this country justice, but if you can't get out here and walk amongst it, it's better than nothing, hey? As that sky is as blue can be, and the air is as fresh as you can get up here. All 4 dogs there. Here's the proper road. We've got some cows here. Not all of them, just a little mob of them. There's a few little baby calves. These are red Brahmins with a huge amount of gur in them. They're more gur than Brahmin, that's for sure, but seems to be getting lost, the gur bloodlines. No one wants to talk about it. They're just red Brahmins. But it's great to see some more little calves. And this is a brand new little mummy. Very nice of her to let me scratch her. And there's 4 little babies. Yeah, some cows. See if we can find some more. We didn't say Mr. Bull there in the middle. Don't know how he feels about us filming him, but there's a nice red bull. Got a great body on him. That's one of the things I want to do with our cows, is put a little bit more size in them, but not lose our characteristics. And you can see he's got quite a nice shaped head, nice shaped ears. And the flies always chase the bulls. You'd think the cows would taste better, but the flies seem to like the bulls. These cattle actually excrete a oil onto themselves that help with parasite control, and some of the cattle smell like sort of a burnt honey smell. Not all of them, a lot of the times the bulls do, but some of the cows do as well. But this little bit of wet weather brings the flies on, that's for sure. But we're pretty close to a cold snap, I would say. We'll get rid of all the flies. We shouldn't have to backline them for flies. She's a very pretty cow, Apache. And John, don't be a silly cow. You never tell just how they're going to react, especially with all the little calves. Hey, you're okay, aren't you? And I think when you're standing back with the camera, they sort of think, what are you up to, mister? You're okay. He generally likes a scratch. Not today.
Those calves have made them a little bit.
Yeah, they all get very maternal.
The hounds have been released.
So we're up at this other dam that I put in that I didn't actually take any footage of. See, that sun is bright. This dam is a fair bit different to the other one because the catchment area is a lot softer, so it absorbs more water. So the dam isn't full. But we'll have a look at it, eh? So that's the catchment to this dam up through there. If you look at the ground here, it's very much a sandy forest loam type thing. So this was a gully that always had water sitting in the bottom of it, so the clay content was fine. When I started putting the dam in to get the core down so the dam doesn't leak, I ended up having to go quite deep because there was like a gravel vein in the bottom of the gully. But we got it there. And I saw also seeded around here. It was sort of probably nearly 3 months after that other dam. I put silk sorghum around this dam as well. You can sort of see, I don't know if you can see it, there's a bit of a green tinge to that wall over there. But there's cattle in this, on this dam, so they probably keep it quite mowed down as well. But even there, this dam will be twice as deep as that other dam, so it's probably 20 foot deep there. I just said twice as deep. It'll only be 30 foot deep, I'd say, by the time it runs around the bywash over that other side. Oop, that's where the bywash is. We'll take a walk around there. I'm sort of hoping this dam will hold water really well, while its catchment doesn't seem as good for catching water. I'm hoping what it does catch it holds. Even what's in it now is sort of probably 6 months water or something there for cows, for the 50 cows we've got. It's all just a process. Oh, there's something we can talk about. So I was a big fan of Malcolm Douglas as a kid, as you have probably realised from the bushwalk one. But that there is frog's eggs. The difference between frog's eggs and toad eggs are frogs lay on a bubble bed and toads lay on a string. They sort of lay a string of eggs, and frogs lay a bubble of eggs, if that makes sense. Dogs are enjoying it. This water's definitely not as clear, but that's because there's no grass or anything to sort of hold back the sediment and crap that runs into it on a new dam. Go over here and have a little look at me. Oh, we should walk through the bywash. So this is one of the things that concerns me a little bit, because I did it by eye. My bywash is not quite deep enough. But yeah, it's also sort of filled in a little bit. I'll either have to get the dozer or the digger and just clean it out a little bit. Put a laser on it and I'll sleep better at night. So we're on the feed-in side of the dam, and what is, I guess, happening that is very cool. You can see that water trickling there, and it's lovely and clean. And because I have this forest soil being so sandy, what I'm hoping is that the soil has actually absorbed the rainfall and is just as a sponge letting it come out as it fills up. Because here we are, sort of a little wet seep in there. Sydney's being very helpful, I just said. There's a wet seep in there. No water at all on the top. So one can only hope that quietly keeps seeping. And that's sort of what we want to do with all of this mountain country. Just fill the soil profile up with water. and hopefully it will just keep seeping into the creek and we'll have permanent water in the creek. Well, that's it folks from Mountain Block Moments. I hope you've enjoyed the transformation and looking at the full dams as much as I've enjoyed showing you. It was the first time that I have seen the dam full, so yeah, it was a great sight to see.